Yes, yes, yes. Today's date is February 18th, 2026, and it is still Black History Month. All right.
Still.
Still Black History Month. All right. The show is presented by way of StreamYard. We are live on YouTube, all right, IG, and Kick right now. All right. Please go subscribe to us on Kick as well. All right. I am Amrock. That is Dez. That is DJ No Name. This is the HL Podcast where we go beyond limits and knowledge. How y'all feeling, fellas?
Good.
Yeah, doing good. No complaints.
No complaints today.
Yeah, not today, man.
Not to yo. Yeah, because we already know what's coming from No Name today. We got it booked on the schedule, on the lineup. Trolls beware. That's all I'm gonna say. Trolls beware. All right, people, we are available on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Please hit that subscribe button. To everybody that has, we greatly appreciate it. All right, and also please don't forget to follow us on IG, Twitch, Kick as well. All right, quick rundown. All right, 3 legends were born today. All right, so we discuss who. All right. No, the Patriots did not deserve to be in the Super Bowl. All right, for everybody out there who's still trying to make it seem like they belong. No, they didn't. All right, and we will discuss that as well. No, we did not want Bad Bunny to sing in English. We wanted it all in Spanish, and that's exactly what we got. All right, and we'll discuss that, and we'll discuss also where does his Super Bowl performance rank. All right, now that it is concluded. All right, this NBA All-Star Weekend, is it back to form? All right, No Name will discuss that. Dez will be breaking down. All right, all I'm gonna say is love in movies. All right, love in movies, people. All right, great list too. All right, it's gonna be awesome. All right, do y'all know? All right, the black superhero movies before Blade in '98. We discussed those as well. All right, yes, before Blade and Black Panther, all right, could run. All right, there were a few black superhero movies before that had to walk. All right, and we'll get to that as well. All right, and the world's most known racist, Donald Trump, will discuss the monkey clip. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, now people, first up, we got the most known unknown. All right, and somewhat, definitely a sad one. We learned yesterday that Reverend Jesse Jackson, all right, rest in power, all right, passed away at the age of 84, people, at the age of 84. All right, Jackson was a protege of the great Martin Luther King Jr., all right, who after Martin Luther King's death continued to fight as a civil rights activist, who later served as a shadow senator. All right, and for people who don't know what a shadow senator is, all right, it is someone who is elected. He's an elected official, right, who represents an area or territory that lacks the congressional votes, i.e., a DC, right, because of the territory and different things like that, right. So, which is where he served in 91 through 97, right. All right. And so before that, all right, he was one of the few black people to actually run for president of the United States back in the 1980s. All right. He would end up finishing third in the Democratic races, but his boldness and ambition would inspire many blacks into politics and would ultimately lead to Barack Obama becoming president, all right, with whom he endorsed. All right. Jackson was survived by his wife, Jacqueline, of over 60 years, people, 60 years of marriage. And their 6 children. All right, we definitely say rest in power to Jesse Jackson. I don't know what's going on with my mouse. Sorry, people trying to get my mouse to work. All right, but again, rest in peace. All right, to Jesse Jackson. All right, passed away yesterday at the age of 84. All right. Also, people, we celebrate, all right, some birthdays today, all right. Dr. Dre, all right, the award-winning legendary producer, all right, who's behind acts such as NWA, Snoop Dogg, Dog Pound, Lady of Rage, Tupac, there's some beats with Tupac, Eminem, 50 Cent, The Game, Kendrick, all right, he's behind all those great acts within the hip-hop world. So happy birthday to Dr. Dre. All right. Also, Toni Morrison. Okay, we celebrate her as well. Today is her birthday. All right, the acclaimed author, who is behind The Bluest Eye. She's behind Song of Solomon and Beloved. All right, which she received a Pulitzer Prize award for. All right, and it became a film starring Danny Glover and Oprah Winfrey as well. All right, and then lastly, all right, the political civil rights feminist activist, author, and poet Audre Lorde. All right, it's also her birthday. All right, today as well. All right, they were all born on February 18th. All right, so we salute all of them and rest in power as well. Rest in peace to Morrison and Lorde, who passed away in 2019 and 1992, respectfully. All right, so fellas, you have any comments?
No, legends.
Yeah, as far as Jesse Jackson, look up the SNL skit Eddie Murphy did.
Oh, I've never seen that one. Wow.
Yeah,
and I've seen a lot of his.
Yeah, I was raised off that. Like, so I remember that skit clear as day. Just look it up. Look it up. You'll die laughing.
Okay, all right, bet.
And then shout out to Miss Toni Morrison. If she wrote it, my mom read it. My mom is a real big book reader, and I definitely seen the name all across her collection of books that my mom already has. So, absolutely. Shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom, dude. Shout out to all the moms out there, especially. Shout out to all the moms out there, man. Y'all definitely need it. Definitely need it. All right, people. Again, rest in power to Jesse Jackson. All right, and happy birthday to Dr. Dre, Audre Lorde, and Toni Morrison. All right, people. About to get into it with the mixer. All right, with DJ No Name. Yeah, people. All I'm gonna say is just stand back.
No, you know what? Des gave me a refresher yesterday, and I had to sit back and think: is it worth it, or is it not? Now I will say this: so I'm gonna keep it very, 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 very light. I'm gonna keep it very, very, very light. Because if it wasn't for Des, it'd be nowhere near light. It'd be very heavy, extra heavy, actually. If y'all gonna come at me, if y'all gonna come at my brothers, if you're gonna come after the people we are speaking about, make sure you come correct. And then if you're not gonna come correct and you gonna come at me, at least be creative with it. Don't be so obvious. Because that's the stuff that makes me want to feed y'all. That's the thing. So it's like the Josh Allen fan club, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. And at least change a username to where the team name ain't on it or something like that. Just like it's just obvious. I go to your YouTube page. When I click on it, the name Bills is in it. I'm like, I'm not going back and forth with y'all, man. So shout out to Des. He hit me with the refresher.
That's what I do.
He hit me with the refresher, and I calmed down tremendously. Just know, I feed the that right there. I was like, no, you are tired of hearing it, beloved. Do not project
with the beloveds.
With the beloveds. Do not project. Speak for yourself. That was actually the main one. It was like the Josh Allen stuff. I laughed that off because y'all be really coming out the woodworks. Every time Josh Allen breaks a record, y'all mention Lamar. Every time, whether it's for the Bills or the NFL, it's like Lamar was minding his business. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. At least if y'all gonna come at me, at least be creative with it, fam. Entertain me, tickle my fancy. And I'm gonna just keep it at that, man. Shout out to Des. Y'all better thank Des actually, because I was about to go real crazy on y'all. And I'm gonna keep it at that because I will be putting y'all on the Summer Jam screen. I will.
Don't put up with us so much. Yeah, people. With the trolls. I mean, it's y'all are funny. Leave your comments, leave your tries. We saw one earlier. Look, y'all gonna keep trolling. You can get blocked. All right. We don't need to deal with all of that, man.
Oh yeah, let's be clear. I was like, yeah, I'm the person that blocks spam. I claim you as spam. All that. I don't have time. I've been on social media since you had to have a school email to get in Facebook. So I've been there, fam. Don't at least with me, don't try that, fam. At least, like I said, at least be creative with it or something. Other than that, I've been there, done it. I ain't seen it all, done it all when it comes to social media. Y'all gotta do better.
Yeah, no, fact. Dang, that's crazy that you said that. Like, I totally forgot all about that you needed a freaking college or something email to like get into Facebook when it first got started. That's crazy.
Yep. Shout out to Tyler Junior College. Started it
also this past weekend, all right, while everybody was booed up, of course, with Valentine's Day, all right, we also had, all right, the All-Star Weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right. No name. Tell us how you was feeling about it, man.
So I did. The only thing I watched was the actual All-Star game, and I actually enjoyed it. I like the format. I like they was actually trying, and I'm not gonna say they restored the feeling. They just gave me hope, because the past few, y'all just taking one step in from the half court line, just letting it fly. Y'all letting people just blow by and dunk it on. I mean, not trying to see all that. We actually trying to be entertained.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened the past Sunday was very entertaining. Shout out to Wemby. He set the tone. And you already know Ant-Man ain't going back down either. So everybody else is going to feed off that. See what happens when it comes back around next year, if y'all keep that format and see where it goes. Now, I will say this. With the dunk contest, I think the only way the feeling is going to be restored is if you get professional dunkers who are not in the NBA and put them in there, but so the NBA players don't get showed up. Because Matt McClung, I hope I'm saying your name right, beloved, you did your thing, and you earned what you won. You was going crazy, and I think he's from that family tree in some sense too, and you could tell by how he did his dunks.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you bring some outsiders in who are not in the NBA and who are literally professional dunkers and bring them in, the conversation would change and the NBA would definitely tighten up. Now, the three-point contest ain't never been boring to me. So seeing that Dame won it, like that Dame Dollar, Dame Time, I got a pair of your kicks. I need to get your recent ones for sure. He said he's coming back next year. Steph's coming back. Steph's gonna recruit Clay. And more than likely, Devin Booker's gonna come back, so we're gonna see what's up with that. And then
the old head 3-point contest.
Yeah, exactly. And then other than that, I didn't see the showcases on Friday, so I didn't see what that was about. Just see where it goes next season, because like I said, or next year or whatever, however you want to say it, because I did like the format. And then if that happens with the dunk contest, like I said, the conversation would change.
Yeah, I didn't watch the celebrity game or the skills challenge or none of the actually, you know what? I take that back. Did I watch? What was Friday night was the celebrity game and something. Oh, the Rising Stars.
The Rising Stars, yeah.
I watched a little bit of that. That was, somewhat entertaining. All right, some of the new guys. But I mean, All-Star Weekend, yeah, I mean, it hasn't been a good one really since literally a decade ago, like 2016, right? Speaking of that year again, right, was that was the last great All-Star Weekend that we had, right? That was Kobe's last one, right? That was the one with Zach LaVine and Gordon just went at it during the slam dunk contest. I think Clay and Steph, I believe, went at it during the 3-point contest as well. The celebrity game, I think like Kevin Hart was still involved in that. So it was a good celebrity game, but it was also entertaining. So yeah, I think that was the last great one. I mean, I don't know why they just don't go back to East and West format, full game. You know, I mean, sure, like this game was competitive, but I mean, that's all everybody was just asking for. Just let it be competitive. You know, I don't get why we had to go to 3 different teams for it to get to a competitive state, and why Dame had to come out on a broken leg, do the damn 3-point contest and win it. You know, it's like, but yeah, I mean, shout out to, Adam too. I heard, it seemed like it was a success, and they'll probably keep the format going, but all the 3 teams, and you got to play 2 games in one night, 3 games in one night, and get all of that, they just need to go away from that and just have just the East and West game, but the guys just be competitive. Like, maybe drop it down to 8 quarter minutes instead of 12 if you want to do something like that, but yeah, that's just me. Where you at with it, Des?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, not because I thought it was a bad product. I haven't really watched the All-Star game in a while. They don't bother me. Like, honestly, I agree with Gary with the dunk concept. I've always felt that way. I've never thought that. I think after Jordan, like, I don't think NBA players should have to do the dunk contest. I think it's kind of outdated for them. Like, I get the allure of it, but I just think after the Levine dunk contest, we're done. Like, and I think that was the feel of it. So I do like the idea of bringing professionals in and having it be more entertaining and paying out. You know what I'm saying? As far as the All-Star game format, I wish I would have watched it because I didn't know they were doing all that. The NBA sports has been boring to me. Outside of boxing, I think it's been boring anyway. The general to me.
For real.
Like, but basketball wise, yeah, I think I've been saying this since last year. I've been waiting for the 2026, like the season going into next season. That's when my team has cap space. I've been saying this for how long now? So I really can care less about this season. I've not really put much energy into it. I've been looking forward to the next season for both of my teams for a while. I think Gary's heard me preach on this soapbox for 6 years. I was like, 2026, 2027, because that's when everything changes. And but other than that, All-Star just strictly on that. It sounded like it was entertaining. Shout out to Keezy, actually, now that I think about it. I think he played the celebrity one, and I saw Glorilla come out. But other than that, Keezy, my barber, you know what I'm saying? I think Gary, you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out Keezy.
Keezy, so like, yeah, I think that's all I saw from it. But I've never been a person who, not that I say it's entertaining and great. I do agree with Rock. It hasn't been good since Kobe, but once again, I'm more biased. I do think they need to make it more competitive, but it sounds like it was this one kind of. So I just think that the dunk needs to fix that. I think everything else that they do, the celebrity game has gotten cheesier. I miss the old MTV Rock'em, Jock'em, whatever that was, like stuff like that. I kind of miss those vibes of a celebrity game. When Kevin Hart was doing it, was entertaining. It was like the best celebrity game. He had me rolling.
Those were pretty good.
Yeah. So, but I think they'll be all right. I just think the NBA is in its transitional phase because, like Rock said too, the stars are older right now. So you're in this transition and phasing out, and the young ones are just competing, which is good. It's needed. So yeah, I just haven't watched it. I don't think I don't want to say I didn't watch last year's, but I must not have because I don't recall it, and it's rare for me to forget something with basketball, so I must not have watched it. But I really don't think I've watched an All-Star game since 2016, not because I think it's bad. It's just that I just think in general, my sports legend died is not really nothing that grabs my attention. Like, outside of break a record, the Warriors winning between now and then, I've not really been entertained by sports.
Yeah, no, I get that. And yeah, like I said, that was the last great one anyway. So, but yeah, I mean, shout out to, again, the NBA. It's like you said, it sounds like they're on the right track with trying to figure it out. But again, they could have just kept it how it was, just make it more competitive. I mean, I like, no name you brought up, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, he's one of the few young guys who like, I want to go at them old heads. I want to compete. Let's go like it's backyard basketball, like like we playing on the playground. Like he has that mentality, which I like. Which it seemed like Wemby does as well. Des, you brought him up too. Like those two combined have that mentality. So going forward, the league is in good shape. But again, I mean, it's a lot to do with the rules and different things like that. The hand, like bring back hand checking and bring back certain things that amplify the defensive part of the game. I just really think that that's really what's missing right now. Everything's just so offense, right? You got guys literally teams scoring 100 points by halftime. Like it's, how is that really competitive?
One of them games got close to 200, if I'm not mistaken. Not too long ago, fam. And I was like, yo, I really want to see that happen. And it like the scoring just slowed down. It wasn't that long ago.
Yep, it was that because that's what if you go back, because to Rock's point, it's the truth. The defense needs to go back. That's why I've always said against the Kobe Bryant argument, because they're like, he had a terrible shot percentage, but if you look at the 45% that he shot in his seasons, like at the time, that was like the standard because of how defensives were played. And then they switched the rules, and then they had all this allow more, like just this free game that's played now, which I enjoy. I love the scoring, but at the same time, it is an argument to be made for defenses because like it has changed. You don't have you can't even look at a guy without it being called foul nowadays. And like, so it is an argument to be made with that. I do think that it's tough because that era does produce more injuries too, depending how they do with it. Because it's a pro and a con, a gift and a curse, I would say there. But I do agree. I think the rules need to change a little bit or be tweaked a little bit. But I think it's pending. Like I want to see when the old heads are gone. Like I really want to see what the league looks like, because I think the league is waiting, and it's really waiting for LeBron to retire because they don't know what to do. Because they don't, you can't force Anthony Edwards to be a face. He's not, to me. I just, it's not. But you can't fill that gap. I think he can be. That's two different things. But he's not. And wait, did Luka play in that All-Star game too? Did he play?
He barely did. Him and Joker barely played in it.
He shouldn't be playing shit. He needs to be sitting down. But so I guess ultimately, we'll see how it goes. At least my end. I just think that they're in this weird transitional phase. And it's kind of like, when a company, you just do massive layoffs, and then all these positions, they're pending to open, and people who you don't know what's going to happen and where we're moving to. I just think that's where the NBA is at. It's been like that for a while. I think, honestly, it's been like that since the Golden State Warriors won their last title. It just was like, you have these young ones, and they're not bringing in. Go look at the numbers with OKC winning. It didn't. The city was great, but the product itself,
ratings and stuff, and yeah. Oh, and two more things before we move to the next subject. The Levine and Gordon dunk off, was that when D Wade was a judge?
I can't remember. I don't remember who.
Because then they go to sudden death or something like that. Yeah,
I think you're right. And
he's a clown for that. I want to put that on wax. D Wade, you are a clown for that. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I wanted to make sure you are a clown for that. And I forgot what the second thing I was going to mention, because I was just wanting to make sure I wanted to let people know that D Wade was a clown for that.
Yeah, I remember that because I think he didn't want to vote for Gordon when Gordon
he looked down and did the math in his head, and then he did the score to that to make them go to sudden death. I wasn't feeling that.
Because Gordon won initially, and then when it went to sudden death, I think Levine did that one final dunk, and but Gordon had the more. They were both. It was that was awesome, man. That was the last great one, but Gordon had it. Like those last two he did during the regular round, he had it.
Yeah,
he did the one where he was seated in the air, and then the one where he grabbed the thing off and then spun and
man.
He killed it. But again, Levine killed it too. Like his dunks was incredible as well. Like I don't want to, but that sudden death one, Gordon should have won, but when Wade voted or didn't vote, and then that's what gave basically Levine another shot to win it. So, that shit was crazy.
That's the second. Oh, that's the second thing. I was about to say, Rock, your boy Kawhi Leonard went crazy too.
Yep.
During the All-Star game?
Yeah, he went crazy.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, he went to
I just remember
if they would have won, he would have got MVP by landslide. Like he was going that crazy.
People forget Kawhi Leonard be healthy. Ain't nobody stopping that man. That man probably be
like he was not. He hit like 7, 12 in a like shots in a row or something like that. Like he was going crazy.
That boy cold.
Yeah, he had his moment. I think it's a wrap for even if he is healthy. I think it's a wrap for a while.
Oh yeah, he done now. I think his body even got him. When he was healthy, he had that chance to be like,
yeah.
But like
now. All right, people. We did have a Super Bowl. Okay, it was against New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. All right. Yes. Again, it was clear that New England did not belong. All right, for everybody that's saying no, they played the schedule, and which was one of the easiest. All right, which we all pointed out. All right, they played who they were, was supposed to play during the playoffs, which was, a Chargers team, which everybody knew wasn't going to do nothing. The Patriots were better than the Chargers. All right, you played CJ Stroud. He had a bad game. All right, I don't think that's normally how he would play. He had a bad game, but nevertheless, you beat him. All right, and then you played a quarterbackless Denver team, still almost lost that game. All right, but nevertheless, you pulled it out and won. And then you played Seattle, which everybody knew they had the more superior defense. Sam Darnold, is experienced QB, more experienced than Drake May a little bit. But nevertheless, Seattle won, which we all, assumed that they were going to win. All right. But this Super Bowl really wasn't about the game. It was more about the halftime show. All right, with Bad Bunny. All right, making it one of the highest viewed halftime shows. All right, it was crazy. He had Lady Gaga come out there, which I completely forgot or didn't know that she was Hispanic. But hey, shout out to her. Ricky Martin was out there boogieing. All right, he had everything out there. He had the women. All right, he had LGBTQ. All right, he had the Hispanics. Hey, I don't care what y'all say. All right, black people, we didn't know the language. All right, or some of us don't know Espanol like that. We was boogie. All right, the music. All right, music make us boogie. All right, so we was boogieing. I don't care. I don't care what he was saying. Some of them junks. I was getting down. All right, I was boogieing a little bit, but nevertheless, still a great play. He had a whole damn wedding. All right, happened. This was real people. All right,
that was a real wedding. Yep,
it was a real wedding that he had going on, which was crazy. All right, which still caused this man to just be at home looking like this. All right, just ill with it, looked like he about to be on his deathbed. But nevertheless, it was still great. And then of course the great Coco Jones killed it. All right, honoring Whitney, the late great Whitney Houston. All right, I like how she did that. That was awesome. But yeah, what was y'all take on the Super Bowl in its entirety? The game, the halftime show, was it significant? Did y'all even bother to tune in?
Yeah, I love Bad Bunny. I'm a Bad Bunny fan, so like he wasn't gonna do no wrong. Auntie said I got a lot of girlfriends. Yeah, come on now. Like that's yeah. That was the Bad Bunny Bowl. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was an incredible performance. Thought he did his thing. The Super Bowl itself, I didn't really watch it. Raiders didn't play, like I told y'all. I wouldn't watch it. Shout out to my brother who's a Seattle fan, so he was happy. Like I could less, but for the most part, it is. I don't agree that the Patriots didn't deserve to be there. I always say when it comes to the playoffs, everybody has the same equal start. You win or you lose, and that's just what it's easy to say. But the regular season gets you the invite. Playoffs is where you prove you belong to be there. And they beat the top defenses. And they earned it because there was some of those defenses were incredible, and they had a good defense this season. But I wouldn't say they didn't belong there, especially statistically speaking. I think there's only been 3 top teams ever make from the Super Bowl standpoint, and with that soft schedule, I would say. I think 3 with the 72 Dolphins, and I think a Colts team. I don't know. I saw it in Madden one time, but well, like, yeah, I think I don't know. I like them showing up, but I think was good. I do agree with what you were saying with the schedule, but I want to add this asterisk. They did beat the Ravens. They beat Buffalo, split with them, but outside of that, I get it. And then when you get to the playoffs, that is. But they did.
I'm gonna add one for you. They also beat the Steelers, but now having said that, those are the Bills and the Steelers were the only two teams during the regular season that they played that made the playoffs. Just saying.
Hey, remember, I will go back to 2022. They were saying the same thing about your team.
Shit.
Hey, remember they. And then if you go fast forward,
we went to Super Bowl and we lost. We had to come back and redeem ourselves, didn't we? So we're gonna see what's up with the Patriots. We're gonna see what's up.
No. I think too. That's two different conversations, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you compare the Patriots to when y'all went, everybody kept saying, "Oh, y'all didn't deserve to be there," right? And
they was hating on y'all. Yeah, they was hating on y'all.
Y'all lost again this year. And then y'all lost again this year, and then people were saying, "Oh, see, it proved the fact that they didn't belong to be there." And there's more nuances to it, especially when you talk about the OC and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, they can say that though, but we came back and we did win it. So,
but the argument this year,
see what's up with the Patriots. We gonna see what's up.
We gonna see. I just think the argument this year, when you look at both, especially y'all's two teams, both y'all's teams was predicted to win.
Sure.
For sure. Especially the last two with the Ravens, it was the last 2 years. For sure.
Yeah. So it was that better prediction. So for New England, their floor was not even to get there. So for the fact that they got there, now to Rock's point, and what I agree with, that's why I compare it to y'all, Rock. I think it was at y'all 2022 season, because we're New England. In my mind, this is me, and I agree with you. They messed up to get there. Now you have to get yourself back, improve that you belong there, and I think it's harder to do the second time around.
For sure.
This year, I give it to them because you beat a top 5 ranked defense, top 1 ranked defense, and you know what I'm saying. And they did that. Like how they got there, that's debatable. But like they in the playoffs alone, that's when they earned their merit and they handled their business. Do I think they were going to win it? Heck no. And do I think if that was these playoffs were played again, that's why they're not. Would they win now? I just think there's more nuance. I think Nico even play, offensively, in that versus. I don't think Nico Collins played against when he played in that game. Did he play? I don't think so.
Nah, he was out. He was out.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't care about Bo Nix being out because Bo Nix been inconsistent all season, so that didn't matter. And we've seen one team win with a backup quarterback, so there's no excuse at this point. Either you win or you don't. But that's my end with them. Bad Bunny did his thing, iconic. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
The show. So I want to say first and foremost, shout out to Coco Jones. My cousin has producer credits on her Grammy-nominated album. Shout out to Mason, I'm Mason Music. Number 2, I ain't gonna hold you. I got kind of hyped when Ricky Martin popped up.
I was like,
and I saw the beard. He meant business. I saw the beard. I was like, oh, he ain't playing around. And then Lady Gaga, fam, I had to take a minute to figure. I was like, fam, that was you? It even took the internet a minute to figure out that was her. So I ain't know. I know she looked different every time she popped up, but I was like, man, I really had to take my time to see if that was her for real. And Bad Bunny killed it, man. They're like, you can't be denying that, fam. You out there denying, you gotta look in the mirror. Bad Bunny killed it. I love the stage design.
Yes.
And for him to have such a say about the performance, you had to watch it for you to say that. So did you watch it or did you not watch it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you swore up and down you didn't watch it, but you had a whole 3-4 paragraphs about how the performance was bad, you have to watch it in order for you to say that. So did you watch it or did you not? And then outside of that, I was Seahawks all the way. Shout out to Mike McDonald. He did his thing. He made it happen. And just so y'all know, it is on wax. The new era is upon us, beloved. Is upon
people
us.
in the Super Bowl right now. We're talking about the Super Bowl.
We getting a new Wu-Tang album?
Thank you, Rock. I ain't buying.
Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
I ain't buying nothing. Them birds selling until the season starts. I'm done believing in both of y'all teams. Rock's got more lean way to yours. Gary, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, we'll give the Ravens actually have an excuse. I just got a new head coach. Let's reel them in a little bit.
No. It's no. I'm not giving excuses. It's the time is now.
It's put up or shut up.
That's it's now. It's now.
That's it.
Hey, y'all heard it.
And I want to say this too, Rock. I know you about to go. I want to be
go ahead.
I want to be very clear. Next season, when all these ESPN people talking, y'all better only talk about New England and the Seahawks. If you mention any team as a Super Bowl contender, bearing any trade, I understand things can shift the market. I'm not naive. But the reason I say that, once again, because all I heard this whole season, Ravens, there's no expectation for neither one of those teams right now. They're still champion teams. They didn't win because you either win or you lost.
Exactly.
Buffalo didn't win. None of those teams won. So I want to hear New England all next year, and I want to hear Seattle next year. And period. That's it.
Great point. I ain't see that would have went over my head. That's a great point. I want y'all to bring it up. Nobody else.
Lamar don't get there. New England need to go win the title now. They did it. That's your expectation. So that's my 2 cents on my bad because
no, you're absolutely right because
you're right on point with that for real.
They're gonna throw in, of course, the Cowgirls up in there. All right, why they're always a contender, nobody knows. All right, yes, we didn't win, so no, we're not the defending champs no more. Right, the 49ers didn't win. All right, the Green Bay Packers, and then on the other side, to your point, they beat Houston. All right, the Ravens wasn't in it. Kansas City probably not going to touch the playoffs again until 2027. Because Mahomes about to be out all season. So, it's the Patriots. Like, we about to see what's up. All right,
Raider Nation, baby. They restoring the finish. Hey, Clint Kubiak. I like that. I like that pickup, fam. I got. When I saw it was official, I got real hype for y'all, man, for real.
Hey, and I want to say too, Drake May, you better win MVP next year. You had Rock pointed out your schedule. You had 72% completions and threw 35 TDs. You better win an MVP. There's no excuses no more. The peak. Hey, I was told the hardest thing to do is not only get there, but to win a Super Bowl. They did that. So now the next expectation is to get there. When my Lakers got back to when Darvin Ham took us to the Western Conference Final, a team that wasn't even supposed to be there. It was like, we fired Darvin Ham, didn't even get back to it. People act like we didn't know that. Get there. The ceiling was past the Western Conference Finals. So we know Rock's team is a championship team. They've shown that. We know the expectation for them. We know
after losing, we
know Garrett's team. The expectation is to get there and win it. So now 2 teams who've been there, one who won, like as fans, and like I'm stripping the whole Josh Allen. I'm stripping it away from those people who are gonna come at Lamar. And this ain't even that. This is just strictly winning and losing. Josh has to get there and win. Lamar has to get there and win. Jalen is just building legacy at this point. The other two are too. I'm gonna be very clear, but it's different after winning that Super Bowl. Jalen only needs a season MVP in another Super Bowl at this point. That's my point.
But no, that's a fact. That's a fact. All he does need is a season MVP, and we're gonna see. That's it for the Patriots. Definitely, and for Seattle too, right? I mean, the NFC has normally been the more competitive because, especially over the last 2 decades, the NFC has had different champions, right? There's been the Seahawks teams, our teams, the Niners, Green Bay's been in the mix. We had teams in the mix, but normally every year it's a different team. You don't get back to back like you do in the AFC. AFC is literally the Chiefs, Patriots, Steelers, not Steelers. I'm sorry, Ravens, Broncos, Colts, and Patriots. Trying to think of another, and like there was some other teams got thrown in the mix, like the Bengals one year, the Raiders, y'all went, that 1 year. But so with the Patriots, we gonna see what's up with y'all. Again, y'all had the easiest schedule. I think y'all got the 5th hardest schedule going into next season.
Talk about it.
You know, as far as playing teams that actually made the this year's playoffs. So we are going to see, and the AFC should be a little bit better this year. Again, y'all not gonna have to deal with Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing y'all gonna have to deal with is Allen, Lamar. Justin Herbert should come back better. CJ is gonna come back better. But Mahomes, people, y'all don't have to deal with him at least for another year. All right, he got hurt in November. He's gone all next season. They're not playing him. All right, so you can throw Kansas City out. All right, off the break. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up. That's all I'm gonna say. They made it. Now to Dez's point, now this is the real challenge. Can you
do it again? And the reason I'm saying is because I remember 2022 when them Eagles was there. All I heard how soft their schedule was, and I don't know. I'm not a fan like Rock. I don't know if that's the same year y'all went to the Super Bowl.
We did go.
Okay, that's the year you went. Okay, here's another thing, and I want to bring Joe Burrow in this too because I love how you mentioned Cincinnati because they still give Cincinnati a championship expectation despite what's going on there
every year.
And my thing is, Jalen Hurts got to a Super Bowl twice, and he balled out in both Super Bowls. And we act like that don't mean nothing. Now, I am not a football fan, but I don't disagree how hard it is to get there to win. And I want to make it very clear, we discredit what's going on with a quarterback who's got there twice, split 1-1, and act like nothing happened. Y'all said he was soft, came back, won it, and then now we'll be going with it. Like, so that's what I'm saying for New England. So Drake made you on the clock, just like Josh, just every elite quarterback, you on the clock, just like Dak. You know what I'm saying? Because next season, this time, I want Drake May to put up the same numbers he's putting up to prove that he belongs in those conversations.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And people, and just real quick, the Jalen Hurts hate, man. People just don't like that he's a little stoic. All right, like he doesn't feed into the BS, and they can't stand that. Right? They ask him a question, he gives them pretty much the same answer. He doesn't get riled up. He doesn't get upset. You might see it on his face a little bit, but he's not going to verbally express that, and people can't stand that about him. That's just the vibe that I get. You know, when it comes to that. So, but nevertheless, Drake May, you are and Sam Darnold. Listen,
I forgot Sam. Come on.
They won it, but everybody recognized that this was based almost like LOB Part 2, right? I mean, you know, they had a pretty good defense. Definitely not the Legion of Boom. Those guys were ridiculous, but you know, 3.0 or whatever you want to call it. Sam Darnold, you know, what's up with you too, right? I don't think his regular season numbers were all that great.
That's why I didn't pick him to win. I just thought it was a defensive season at this point.
So, it was a defensive season. Yeah, so you know, we know the 49ers coming back strong. We know the Eagles coming back strong. Green Bay, especially if they get Pickens, who Michael Parsons has been recruiting. You know, they could be serious. So, you know, Seattle too as well. I mean, just like again, every year, the team that goes next year, what y'all gonna do? And that's the hardest part about football. It's hard to repeat. That's why people like what Kansas City did, even though you know you can't stand the whole Taylor Swift and Kelsey phenomenon that it was, right? And you know a lot of people can't stand Mahomes because he's half black, because of this, because of that, whatever. What they did, getting back to back and winning, but that was still pretty remarkable because that's hard as shit to do in NFL. All right, it just is as we've seen. And so, but again, you know, shout out to New England, shout out to Seattle. All right, they made it. All right, Seattle won it. But next year, this is going to be the season, 2026. We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see who's really the elite franchises or the elite teams or what have you going forward. But people, all right. Again, appreciate everybody tuning in. All right. If you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button so you can, you know, listen to us every other Tuesday. We are on. Shout out to Doobie, as always, during this episode and all of our episodes. We greatly appreciate it. Everybody, please hit the QR code right here above me, right here. All right, hit that QR code, HL Podcast for discounts, energy drinks. They got the whole works over there at Dewey. So shout out to Dewey. All right, people about to get into the real MC.
Yes,
right,
sir.
What you got for us?
Oh snap! Hold on, let me get my list back up. My what's the name just went away because I didn't.
Pretty good list too, people.
Hey man, look, I gotta get this one right, man. I wanted to run this back.
Yeah, I like the route. I like the route you went with this. It's like personal recommendations. You're not even necessarily like. I like how you lined this one up. I was looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man. I'm sure the goal here was to try to do something different for Valentine's Day. I've been trying to figure it out, and what I wanted to do with this one is I wanted to give, personally, my top 5 stories about love are how I saw love. And these are not like, oh, I'm just saying this to say it. These are actually my personal favorites.
Exactly.
And we're starting it off number 5 with Pursuit of Happiness. That's number 5 for me right there because I was a single dad. That movie's one of my favorite movies. It is like literally one of my favorite movies. I'm probably gonna watch it when I get time. I thought Will Smith and his son did a phenomenal. What was that? Yeah, son. He looked a little different when I didn't see it. Yeah. I had a double take. I was like, wait, it is his son. Like, I was like,
yep.
I had to stop for a second. I was like, that ain't his son.
Like people forget, like he was a little movie star there for a second. He had Pursuit of Happiness. He had After Earth. He had Karate Kid.
And I'm an After Earth fan. I think I'm like only the 1% who loved it. But like, hey, but it was just good. And this one, basically, what it taught me was responsibility. This one, it just taught me responsibility to be able to show up for your people, even when you have so much going on and it feels like nobody's showing up for you. It's a lot, and it can be a weight. So be grateful. My number 4 here, I got. Wait, hold on. Why is my list going backwards at this point? Oh, I see what it did. It did it the opposite way. But my number 4 is my favorite, 50 First Dates. I believe that should be 50 First Dates. Okay, thank you, Rock. I'm about to say. Now, 50 First Dates is special to me because this one taught me commitment. It just taught me. It was cute. It was funny. It was all those things. But it showed me that love is not always convenient. And it's not always going to feel good. But discipline is still the best vitamin you can take. And it's still showing up even when it doesn't feel like the person's remembering you showing up. So First Dates is a big one for me. My number 3 is going to be one of my all-time favorite, Insecure. Or Sylvie's Love. Sylvie's Love should be Insecure or Sylvie's Love. Insecure. Go Insecure.
I got Insecure up here. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, go Insecure. Insecure. This one is just self-love. This one taught me self-love and self-work and the humility it takes to do it. And I want to shout out Issa Rae for making this because when I first watched Insecure, I didn't know what to expect. And looking back at it now, with the original eyes I looked at it, to rewatching it now is completely different because it showed me that working on yourself is just a progress and it's a continuous thing. And I always tell people, it's not me versus Rock, me versus Gary, me versus my wife, me versus whoever. It's really me versus me in this life. And I'll say it from an artistic standpoint, the best creative project you can ever work on is going to be yourself. And Insecure reminds me of that. My number, I guess 2 on it. I guess in no order. Where we at? Sylvie's Love, I think is next. Is it Sylvie's Love? Yep. Okay, there we go. Yeah, because my list is all messed up on my end, y'all. This one frustrated me a lot. If you've never seen the movie Sylvie's Love, it's worth watching. It's a phenomenal film. I think it's so underrated, but if you've never seen it, it is an incredible love story. But this one taught me that love is patience. And it is important to be patient. It is important to know that not everything in life is going to be on your time. And sometimes the best thing you can do is wait and let things play out. Control the controllable. And my number 1, just to wrap this up, my number 1, my all-time favorite. This was going to be on the list regardless because it is literally my favorite movie. Boomerang, y'all. Boomerang, favorite movie. And it is only because love shall always bring your ass home at night. Like, seriously, Boomerang is it was the first time I saw a movie like where just Eddie was just different in it too, because Eddie's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But particularly like just how it challenged him, and it was just such good movies back then. It was hard because I was gonna put Mo Money on here too. With Mo Money, that's one of my other favorite movies. And for the people too, because I have people who inbox me and TikTok, all that. The reason Love Jones is not on the list, because I had a few people inbox me and ask. It's not that I don't like Love Jones. If somebody doesn't like Love Jones, it's literally something wrong with them. It is one of the greatest films ever. This one I was trying to do it differently, and I wanted to do it differently because Love Jones, if it was on the list, it would be 0. Not because it's nothing. It would be 0 because it was the first film that showed me love. You know, or just the idea of it. But for me, these particular films, and a lot of this is looking back at it. So if you've never seen any of these films, if you've never seen any of the TV show Insecure, I encourage you to watch it. And I encourage you to watch them repeatedly because it was the first time I got this. This is coming back like years later and looking at this stuff to be like, dang, I kind of got a nugget differently that I didn't get that first time, especially 50 First Dates. It hits every time I watch it. So, but yeah, that's my list, y'all.
That was a real good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. Boomerang definitely is a top for me. Top.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that in so long. I gotta run that back for real.
Run it back. Watch it now. Watch it as like go watch them all. And that's the thing. Or any film you love, watch it now as a grown man with different eyes. I see when I would tell people with Love Jones. Nah, watch Love Jones now.
Oh man,
watch it loud. Brown Sugar, one of my favorite movies. Brown Sugar is one of my favorite. It hits so much different to me.
I ain't seen Brown Sugar in forever either.
Yeah, but you gotta like, and that's why I tell people it's like, and I would tell it like every birthday or every space you in, watch it again.
Definitely. Yeah, Boomerang is definitely up there. Top, I'd probably say 15 films for me all time. Of course, you mentioned, even though I know it wasn't on the list, Love Jones. Yeah, Love Jones. Yeah, that was the first film, and for us, you know, especially for me, coming up in the, I'm a little younger than these two, little younger. But no, coming up for me, like I watched all the movies because my older sister watched them. Like that was her thing, you know, so looking at it, to your point, Des, looking at it at a different lens now, being an adult, man, like that really should, like, love can be complicated. I mean, like, you know, sometimes it's like you be thinking it's all this person's fault, but you really not paying attention to how you're contributing as well. Because in Love Jones, especially, how she gonna trip on this? Just real. We gonna just dissect this moment real quick. Since you brought up Love Jones, okay?
Right, got into the zone.
I got some things I need to get off my chest.
And I had to block somebody too, real quick. All right, because they was tripping. But how she gonna trip? Nia Long, the great Nia Long, about to play Miss Jackson. All right, you know, in the upcoming Jackson film, Michael film, excuse me. The great Nia Long. All right, Lorenz Tate. Awesome film. Isaiah Washington was in there. My man from Drumline. The senior dude from Drumline was, I can never remember his name. Bald-headed dude. That was
bald-headed dude. Yeah, I never remember his name.
Shout out to Bill Bellamy, Jersey, represent New Jersey. But how she gonna go on this man? Right? This woman went back to New York to see what was up with old boy. Okay, right. Y'all remember Khalil Kane, my man Khalil Kane, right? Great actor, been around forever. So shout out to him. How she gonna go back, fuck around with him, and then come back, right? See, now they were just dating, right? They were just fucking around. Come back, see him with old girl at the library, and get so mad that you go mess with my friend.
Talk about it.
Remember, Bill Bellamy tried, he hollered. She didn't have to accept. What is that? and then get mad because she only got mad because she was embarrassed.
Talk about it.
Because he took her to the party. Had they not been at that party? Now I got a question for you, Des. Because the question was never fully answered. I think she said it, but she said it like she whispered it. Do you think she slept with Wood?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I
remember real quick, they was on the scene where they argued about it.
Yeah.
Did she said something? She said like I it sounded like she said I didn't. But it was so slight. Now we got to go back and rewatch it because she said it so like a whisper. So you really couldn't tell if she did or she did. But you think she did? You think she did sleep with?
Yeah. The only reason I say it is that if you can't clearly give me a yes or no, the answer I think it is the answer. Did you steal that money? I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what I asked you. Right. Like, you know. So yeah, I will say that. And it's a bunch of, you got a good point, Rock, because it's a bunch of films, and that's why I say go back and watch them, because you look at it in two different phases. It's kind of like the person I am now, I wouldn't have tolerated a lot of things I tolerated earlier in my love life. You know what I'm saying? But I was so open to things. When I was just young, didn't know. But as you grow, even looking at Boomerang, like looking at it then, I was like, oh man, he's smooth. He a player.
Yeah.
Womanizing how he was moving.
He got it, and he got it back to him, didn't he?
Yeah. And then like you didn't, and then he got his lick back because she was getting hers. And you know, and it's like you didn't look at it like that then. And it's like now it's like, oh man, I wouldn't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But then I thought it was like, yo, this is the move. This is what we own, right? So I just think ultimately, Love Jones is a really good example to use because, and I think that is the lens as like looking at it as grown men now, particularly grown black men looking at these films now to see like, man, like even Love and Basketball. I never realized how toxic it was.
Why everybody say that though? Why everybody say that?
But it's still needed. It's toxic in today's lens because we've grown past certain things emotionally. The emotional intelligence has evolved.
Hold up, Des. Break it. Why do you feel like it's? Because people, real quick, because I've heard that a lot. I think even like Asia Wilson said like it was a terrible movie. Somebody like that.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah, it's definitely not a terrible movie.
Yeah, but she's not the only one who like people really don't fuck with Love and Bad. I'm like, how do y'all not? And what made it so? That first of all, we got to remember they were young. This was young love too, right? And that's always complicated in some way, shape, or form because you're young. But what in your perspective, what made it toxic?
I think I'm speaking more for. I know Omar's character had his stuff, but there's the problem. Let me say this too. Well, no, let me get before I get there. I'm speaking more for his dad. Like his dad was so like damaging, but nobody would say that. They're gonna tell you what Omar did, but this one here, y'all zoom in. This is the importance of men's mental health, and this is the importance of how men suffer in silence. Because we're gonna see Omar as this person here, and I'm not condoning the behavior. I'm watching season 7 of All American right now, and it is just pissing me off. But you have to realize trauma is real. That man has seen his dad move a certain way, and then now that's reflecting on him, and he's projecting. That's what we would say now. But like, it's toxic in the sense that like he wasn't really protected like that, and he wasn't looked at. And then his thing was to take it out on old Shorty. And it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle has, I think it was an album where he said, it was an album or song. I got to go back. I don't know why. All the Nip fans going to come at me. Even myself, I'm taking this. It's called Bullets Ain't Got No Name. I think it was but like our mixtape. But I always say emotional bullets when you're shooting strays and stuff like that. A lot of times we do that when we lash out and things, when we're just kind of like I'm upset at my job. Rock say something to me. I was like, man, what you mean, bro? And it's like, why you, bro? I'm just asking you if you want me to get you a water, bro. Like, you know. So, no. But when you look at it, I would challenge the women who are saying it's a terrible movie. What is your view on black men's mental health? Because I'm not okaying that black man's behavior, but you have to realize for a lot of us, especially this season of All American that I'm looking at right now, it's terrible script writing, but how they're dealing with it, the trauma that lynches that just shoots out because it is just real. And it shows when you see people say that about that particular film, I will then question, what do you personally think of men's mental health, particularly Black men's mental health? Because we've never been allowed to have a safe place.
Never.
So, and he should have realized that she was being I'm not saying she moved on perfectly, but a lot of these movies, look at Love Jones, how Lorenz Tate character was. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in that time, you were told, oh, you can't be, you got to be a man. You got to stand on it. Like, now, you know, there's still dudes who will look at you weird if you cry. And that's just how they move. But you may get that frustrated. I always wondered, growing up in the 90s, why was it okay for me to cry when my homie died, but I couldn't cry if something just hurt me?
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, oh, that's two different things. Like, no, it's those tears are still real. So the toxicness I was saying on it is the people, just mostly how his father moved. Because it reminded me of Love Is, now all the Love Is Blind people gonna come for me, but it reminded me of Love Is Blind when the dude Clay was on there, and he talked about how his dad would take him out, and his dad would be on these cheating trips.
I remember that, yo.
Like, that's trauma. Like, and I was like, yo, like, people don't understand it. I'm not okaying how the person is moving, but listen to the trauma that they're saying. And a lot of times, us Black men, when we're saying those little small nuances, people don't hear us. And I see that all the time in movies, and we always got to have this crazy wild breakdown. So to answer your question, this long way, Rock, I would say I don't agree with the people who say that it's a terrible movie, because it is one of the best films of our times, and especially for Black people, it's a very important film. But he was carrying a lot of trauma. I think even if it was if you were rewrite it now, it would probably be different. But you got to look at what that brother was carrying. All of those characters, look what they were carrying. The mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, your father shapes it. The movie is toxic. Like, I'm not debating. Like, it is toxic. But is there not trauma in people's toxicity? I'm like, yeah, that's the real question.
That is true.
Is there not?
I think that's the beauty of watching something later on and decades later, because I watched the America's Next Top Model thing on Netflix, and that was so dark.
Talk about it.
Dark, fam.
Let's point out the fact that Tyra is a Sagittarius. When I found that out, I was like, oh, okay, next we know what's up.
That was wild. So yeah, like in reference to what we was talking about not too long ago, a new fresh set of eyes and ears, watching it later on in life, like that's prime example of what Des just said. And like that's why I was like, definitely watch it with a new set of eyes and ears when it's been out for like a decade or two already, because the way times has changed, it makes you wonder. It makes the light bulb goes off.
Look.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Y'all get mad at loving basketball, but a lot of y'all still be watching Love and Hip Hop, so y'all got to reevaluate.
Yeah, no, yeah.
He disappeared.
The shit we was talking about that the other day, like the Black Ink, Love and Hip Hop, and all. Like, yeah, no, man, like you ain't shifted from that by now. I don't know what to tell you, people. As we transition into our top 5 or 10, all right. Of course, we're gonna bring this back up and talk about it. All right. So again, Bad Bunny performed, all right, during the halftime show at the Super Bowl. All right. So anytime anybody performs, especially over the last decade, it's automatically thrown in as the top halftime show of all time. All right, you know, that's just how people are moving today, right? J. Cole dropped the Fall Off, and it's the greatest album of all time, better than Marvin Gaye's What's Going On.
All people need to stop.
I'm just saying, like,
I know you just saying, Rock, them Fall Off people stop.
It is the greatest album of all time. All right, soon as a movie dropped, Sinners, it was the greatest movie of all time. All right, and listen, these projects are great, right? But when immediately something drops and it is the greatest of all, like, come on, yo, like you gotta just let it breathe. Wait, what did Jay-Z say? Just let it breathe. Just let it breathe, yo. Like, just give it a second. All right. So, but nevertheless, all right. these are the performances considered to be top 10 of all time. All right. Oh, sorry, wrong picture, people. That's gonna come up.
I don't even want to know.
All right, that's gonna come up later. But all right, for the Super Bowl, all right. So you had a few, right? You had Prince in 07, all right, which everybody does consider one of the best. All right, you had Dr. Dre in Friends. You had Rihanna in 2003. All right, you had Beyonce in 2013. I think this one showcases a few of those, right? You had Beyonce, Rihanna there. You had Kendrick. All right, Dr. Dre and Friends. You had Lady Gaga. All right, Madonna, Michael Jackson are a few others that get thrown in the mix. All right. Yep, there's a few here. Okay. Usher in 2024, U2 in 16. Of course, Kendrick last year. All right, and then of course you have Bad Bunny this year. So I want to start with Dez on this one. All right. Where would you rank Bad Bunny's halftime performance?
Well, let's get the biggest elephant established. There's never going to be a number one. Michael Jackson will have that for life. Even if you outdo Michael Jackson's performance, I want to be very clear. I don't want to put the number that high because there had to be a reason. Even if you outdo Michael Jackson's performance, there's two things that people always have to consider. Because I remember Michael Jackson's performance. I think I was like 8, but like I remember it was like 90. Something 93, 90 something. I can't remember.
93. It was 93.
Yeah, I can't get the date right. But like essentially, no social media.
Bingo.
No social media. And the man got up there.
TV views. TV views.
Just did what he did. Next, I'm going to pick the West Coast one because that one just was like dope to me to see. I didn't like a lot of it because I was like, I wish it was more West Coast, but I get the optics of the Super Bowl. And then the only reason I'm putting Kendrick third is for hip hop. Like it is just that is the only reason. My two after Mike are just two hip hop ones, so you can't ask me. I'm gonna be biased and always pick hip hop. And then next you can flip Beyonce or Bad Bunny. You can even move Kendrick down and flip Beyonce and Bad Bunny there. I can care less personally. I just going to pick the hip hop ones for me because the culture, that's an important one. And plus with the West Coast one, it was just dope for the West Coast to be on that moment. With Kendrick one, it was dope to see hip hop get there and to do it in a beef stance. That's just, you're never going to see something like that again. And with Bad Bunnies, I think culturally, but then Beyonce, that formation, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just dope. But I think everybody, oh man, I'm out of pocket. My bad, Prince. I forgot.
Prince's, I mean,
golly.
Rain, Wild, Purple Rain. Wild,
yeah. I couldn't remember the list. I just remember Mike. Damn. So okay, who I put? Okay, Mike. Flip Mike or damn. Where do y'all go? I can't do it. Once I saw Prince, matter of fact, my list don't matter no more. Mike and Prince, everybody else, Mike, Prince, and hip hop. That's why I'll just leave it.
Yeah,
Prince.
I was like, I want to say Prince is my number one. 2 is Michael Jackson, and then everything else falls under. I do want to say this. Beyonce, it is your fault that the lights went out because the Ravens were blowing out the 49ers. I'm blaming you.
Oh, that was that Super Bowl. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the lights went out when they was pulling away, beloved. And then, yeah, that's it. I enjoyed Usher's. I'm not sure where our rank is. I did enjoy Usher's. Yeah, but yeah, man. Prince. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Prince and MJ, man, everything else falls under. And adding to Des's point, with no social media, none of that, the man just sat there before he even started, and people were going crazy.
What was it? Two whole minutes?
That's all. Like that's why I didn't want to make up. I didn't want to make up how long he was sitting there. Just know he was.
I couldn't think of it either. I knew he delayed it. It
was like two or 3 minutes. He just.
Yeah. And people were going absolutely ballistic. So whenever y'all have a chance, you young whippersnappers out there, look it up on YouTube and just do the knowledge.
Mike was the man.
Yeah.
One that people just forget about that I actually enjoyed. Rihanna's. I actually enjoyed hers.
To be honest.
And everybody thought she was gonna come out and do the whole performance, but then that's when she also announced that she was pregnant. And so that, you know, and once you saw that, it was like, okay, you see
on
why
a floating stage too.
Yeah. And then so you see why the performance went the way that it did. Like she couldn't do, you know, like it was a, you know, a concert or something like that, you know, all the theatrics with it. But I actually enjoy her. I mean, and people forgot how many hits that, because remember, she hadn't performed in a minute, right? She's all, you know, making babies and, you know, performing, not performing, but doing her cosmetic line or beauty line and you know, all of that. Like she becoming a billionaire, all right, you know, stepping away from music and becoming a billionaire. And so for her to come back into that space and people like remember like how many songs she had, it was dope, especially for her being pregnant. Shout out to the women out there. Like again, her being like Serena Williams.
That's a good point. I forgot
about Australian Open while she was pregnant. Shout out to the women out there, man. They be doing their damn thing. But yeah, I think that's just one that needs a little bit more love. But yeah, Prince, MJ,
pick whoever.
Yeah, Bad Bunny, you know, for what it was. Yeah, it was awesome. I think this was the first one that was, you know, entirely in a different language, right? You know, I think like J-Lo and Shakira had little elements in there, but not fully, right? You know, Espanol. So yeah, it was dope, man. I mean, you know, he took a stand on a lot of things, right? You know, he had people, you know, Pedro Pascal, Cardi B was also just dancing around, you know, and say like it was cool. It was a great performance again. Having a real life wedding in there, bringing in a Lady Gaga who the hell hates Lady Gaga, right? She's invited to the barbecue, right? Like, and then Ricky Martin, everybody, you know, loves him. So I thought it was dope. Where it ranks, you know, I won't give it top 10, maybe number 11, maybe 10.
Oh, you gonna do Bad Bunny like that?
Like I said, maybe 10. I mean, because all of these, I mean, Prince, phenomenal, MJ, phenomenal, all right. Beyonce's was great. Kendrick, for what it stood for, all right, that was definitely a good one. I didn't like his song choices, but what it stood for and how he, you know, made it theatrical. I thought that was in the statement that he made was great. Yeah, Usher's get slept on too. Usher's definitely get slept on, but yeah, and yeah, I can't think of any other ones, but you know, obviously one of the most memorable ones was the titty popping out, Janet Jackson. You know, that was just memorable because of that, all right. But you know, yeah, other than that, so I get Bad Bunny maybe top.
Dang, maybe you a cold man. I think he top 5. I think he top.
Top 5. But
here's why. I think
I'll put it like 6 or 7. I can move him.
I'm not gonna argue 6 or 7 depending. I still say top 5. I just think nobody Prince and Michael. Now that I forgot Prince, and I'm sorry, I literally forgot about Prince. Blaming on the tiredness, people. But once I saw the picture, I was like, oh damn, Prince. How did I forget that one? But only reason I say Bad Bunny because he literally brought Puerto Rico on the set, and then he literally the Afro Latino dancers he had on there. Like, really get that representation, and like he literally had it. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I got so many girlfriends, but Bad Bunny did his thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can't argue with if somebody didn't have it. I do argue with people who arguing with the numbers. It don't matter, people. It don't. Rock said it best when he started. Those numbers are so irrelevant. Like I said it when Kendrick got his last year. It's such it means something. I don't want to take it away, but those numbers don't justify. And I'm talking about who had the number 1? It does not justify.
Yeah.
Because the reality is you're not catching Michael Jackson. You're not catching Prince. And like you're moving the goalposts because it's all subjective to what you like. Like Rock, he ranks it here. And that's okay that he ranks it there. You know, I forgot Prince. There's about to be a ton of Prince fans like this man is an idiot. Don't listen to anything he said. And I am. I forgot Prince, y'all. Like I feel embarrassed for forgetting Prince. Like, my mama gonna get mad.
Not mama gonna get mad.
Yeah, man, I should have forgot. And I got purple on. Like, dang, bro. Like, Prince.
Purple Rain, and then it starts raining. That
dang, bro. How you forget? Put Prince at 1. Matter of fact, next week ask me again. I'm gonna put Mike back. I don't know. Damn, how I forget that purple.
And people, all right. So we got time for a bonus one, which some of you already saw, but you know, so serious question out there to everybody, right? All right. So before Blade, All right, took black superheroes into the movies, into the next level. Right, Blade literally saved Marvel. All right, for everybody who want to say it was X-Men and Spider, Blade was first. All right, but nevertheless, that led into what we saw later on: Black Panthers, Sam Wilson, Storms, and Hancocks. Right, those black superheroes displayed on screen. But before Blade, there were five superhero movies, all right, in their own ways, right, that open up those doors and those possibilities, all right. And so a few of them I already showed, all right. Shout out to Hip Hop from the 90s, all right. Stole this from his page. But you got Meteor Man there, you got Blank Man, Steel, The Last Dragon, and then also, all right, throw in there Spawn. All right, everybody sleeps on Spawn as well. All right. Now, I'll say this. I just rewatched Blank Man. All right. Classic movie for that time. But where would y'all rank, all right, those the original black superhero movies? How do y'all feel about those?
Let it fly, Des. You got it.
This is a good episode, y'all. Like, I was like, man, we vibing, it's good. And it just took this man. How long we been doing this week? This took this man. we'll be hour or something in to fuck this up. Like, I thought he was coming with it. I thought it was gonna be like he said the first. So I was like, okay, Rock coming with the facts. And then he bring this bullshit. They are not the first. They are not the first. But if I have to rank them, if you want
hold up. Please elaborate then. Who are the first black?
You can pull it up, it will show it. Pull up Abar. It's ABAR, it's 1976 or 77. He's technically the first.
Right, well, you sound like Skip Bayless going back to.
I mean, he is though. He technically is.
Was the all right? We know about Babe Ruth.
Here's a little Black History lesson for y'all, real quick, on Black History Month. Technically, the first is a comic book, 1947, named Lion Man. I think it was a comic book, but Lion Man. He was the first. Okay. And then there's another one. It was a female named Butterfly because she was in one. It was actually a brother who I thought it was dope. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find him on Instagram because I always follow him, and I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. But he just re-talked about this, and I was like, finally somebody's talking about this. But Lion Man, if you look him up, 1940 something, and he was technically the first. And I don't know if it was a comic book. This is why I can't remember a little bit too much. Then Butterfly, she was female, and then it goes in the film. Ibar, they called him Black Superman, was technically the first. And that was, I think, Black Exploit. Am I saying exploit? How you say
Black Exploitation?
Yeah. And then when you go Black Panther, and then you go Wonder Woman's twin sister, or Nubia, and then Blade.
Okay, well, look, to be fair, again.
So this is why I took my glasses off.
One, I'm talking about, actually film, and then again, cult classic type movies. Like these are, I get what you're saying. No, there's definitely a history for these films.
Now let me see your list. Let me see your list if I can rank.
Yeah. I'm just saying these are the films we all came up on, the ones we all know, and these were the forgotten ones, right? Like as soon as Blade and Black Panther, obviously took off, people forgot about Spawn. Like this was the movie in '98, right? And he was a super anti-superhero, if you will. People forget about Meteor Man and Blank, like these, and they had stories to it, right? Last Dragon, even though he's technically not a superhero movie, like a Black Karate Dude, like that was everything to us, right? Like that was a huge, that was it. Now Shaq is still, y'all want to put that last. I understand, Shaq is still, but like those were the superhero, like those were the movies that we looked up to before, again, the Blades and all that.
Fair point. I still take my glasses.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying though. There's definitely a history of don't get it twisted. No, you're absolutely right about that. I'm just saying, like in our era, the times we came up in, these were the pivotal ones that created that shift. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Last Dragon, Blank Man, And Meteor Man. Now I'm gonna say this, and I really hate saying this because I just got Meteor Man on DVD because I wanted to watch it. We were just talking about how like, oh, you got to rewatch it, and it was so bad. Like, and it was like, but I loved every minute of it. I just don't remember it with these eyes. It was just kind of like, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying, look, Rob, look, don't come at me, bro. I just was like, dang.
No, I know what you mean. I feel that way about Notorious, the P.I.G. biopic. I'm a Biggie fan, right? Everybody know I'm a Biggie fan. So, like, I watch it just because I'm a Biggie, but that movie was so bad. Like, and they could have did it just so much better. So I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
It's it. So still, I'm gonna put on there because Shaq was on the Lakers, but like other than that, you could have put something else on. I can't think of put Static Shock. They're not. So, but you can flip Last Dragon or Blank Man for me because they're literally two of my favorite movies. And I had literally, y'all been to the crib. I got a Blank Man poster when you walk right into the crib. That's my shit, man. Damon Wayans is a favorite of mine. So.
Yeah, I got Blank Man number 1, Last Dragon number 2. And then Meteor Man number 3. Still, I don't remember Still for nothing, fam. So I can't even. I don't remember that for nothing.
I got a question after you go, Rock. I got a question for you after you go.
Yeah.
No, my out of these, definitely just having rewatched Blank Man. Blank Man was a very serious movie too. I mean, my grandmama getting shot up, and they're getting blown away, and. Like that was a very serious movie, but and it like I loved how like the tone was very serious, but then you had the comedic relief of the great Damon Wayans. Like he's just for not like a comedian, and then David Alan Grier, even though we all know he's a comedian, how serious he was and how he, like that was dope. And then Robin Givens, we brought up Nia Long, all of '90s, just incredible, right? But Blank Man definitely number 1. Last Dragon, people sleep on, man. And man, Bruce Leroy.
Come on, bro.
Like, come on, man. Last Dragon, man.
Yo, is that I get a mix out? Was that Apollonia or was that Vanity?
Vanity?
That was Vanity?
That was Vanity.
I always get it mixed up.
Yeah, that was Vanity, right? Yeah.
I gotta go look. I 100%.
That was Vanity.
It was Vanity.
I think that was Vanity. Apollonia was Purple Rain. So,
Purple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apollonia was definitely Purple Rain for sure.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, that was Vanity. Yeah. But it's easy to get them two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I always get it mixed up. Yeah.
But go ahead. What's your question, Des? Go ahead.
All right. So have y'all heard of the Mandela theory?
Yeah.
You've heard of it, Gary? Okay.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
So
I've heard it, but refresh my memory on what.
Let me pull it up and make sure I explain it right.
Yeah. I was like, don't ask me to explain it because I ain't gonna be able to be clear.
Mandela. Or is it called the Mandela effect? Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
Mandela effect. Yep.
Okay. Mandela effect is a psychological phenomenon when large groups of people share false memory of an event. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. Let's get back to where I'm going with this. The biggest one out there, because we're doing this nostalgia run, they say Sinbad never had a movie called Shazam.
Hey, let me do you one better. My roommate has the bootleg.
Yeah, they say it never came out.
They say it never existed. If you go Google it, when you get a chance, Rock, Google it. They say this movie would never existed. And Gary, I'm with you because I watched the movie. I know I watched it.
Yeah, even though
that's
I watched
wild.
But they're telling you, look it up. If you look it up, they'll tell you.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. Yeah,
it never. That's a Mandela effect. It's a bunch of things that when you get a chance, Rock, just look into it. Like Mandela effect, it's a bunch of stuff that they say never existed. I'm like, that's not true. I remember that. But they gaslight you to say it different. But when you said that, it just reminded me of that. So
yeah. Wow, that's crazy. Like we definitely all remember that. I mean,
we got 3 people. We just heard somebody say they got the bootleg of it. So like, where we going with this? Like,
yeah, that's crazy to say that shit.
Don't say that loud, Gary. They gonna come after you. Like,
they go. Yeah, as soon as
come out. What happened to Gary? Him in that bootleg missing.
That must have been something with the studio or something, because to say that never existed, like that's crazy.
They trying to retract it.
That movie was definitely. Oh, Yeah, very true.
Come on. Clearly, they're saying love and basketball never happened. I'm telling you.
Oh, I mean, still they're gonna say Tupac and Biggie was white. You know, so that's coming within the next 10 years. Just so y'all know, that's coming.
Truman and Bartholomew.
All of them, Martin Luther King, X, all of them was white something. You know, yeah, but you know, that's that. All right, people, as we wind down, all right, we're gonna wind out with what's the question. All right, so literally, I think it was right after our last episode, this happened. All right, so wanted to discuss Trump's clip, okay, that he posted, which displays the Obamas, all right, on the bodies of monkeys, okay. All right, and this is a reminder of how the majority of white America feels about the Black people in this community, even if they are not outwardly expressing it. So I wanted to dive into it by quoting from an article written by theblackman.com, all right, as shown on msn.com, okay. He had a great take on why this image is important. So why monkeys? Okay, why monkeys? All right, because in America, all right, liking Black people to animals has never been random. All right, it has been a tool. Okay, enslavers used it to argue Africans were less than human. All right, scientists, all right, distorted it into race science. All right, politicians weaponized it to excuse chains, whips, lynch mobs, Jim Crow, and voter suppression. All right, and when you deny someone's humanity, you deny their rights. All right, and eventually their lives. All right, and this is not an isolated behavior. All right, this is a pattern. All right, the same political figure launched his national career by pushing it the birther lie. All right, that Obama was not a U.S. citizen. All right, not legitimate, not truly American. All right, and that was Trump who pushed that narrative. All right, since then we have heard immigrants from African nations dismissed, all right, as coming from shitholes. All right, Somalians. I know y'all remember that. All right, when we talk about Caribbean islands and Africans as shitholes, Somalians described as garbage, and Black-led incentives branded as tainted under the attack on diversity, equity, and inclusion. All right, programs that were never about favoritism, but about access long denied. All right, now words matter. All right, and images matter more. Okay, psychologists will tell you that repeated dehumanizing imagery, all right, does measurable harm. All right, especially to children. Okay, especially to children. We all know, all right, they have been attacking the kids, all right, targeting them and making sure that they don't know about history, our history, Black history, American history, all those different things, right? And so when the president operates in such symbolism, all right, it gives permission for bullying, all right, for employment discrimination, for unfair, massive incarceration, which all these things we have seen, right? Young Black people do not experience these moments as abstract politics. All right, they experience them in hallways, online spaces, classrooms, and as we know, in workplaces. Okay, and where being called a monkey is not a satire, but threatening dehumanization. Okay, but survival should not be the standard. All right, dignity should be. Okay, the real scandal is not just the imagery. All right, it is the silence surrounding it. Okay, where there's an outrage from business leaders who break bread with power, all right, while families struggle to afford food, all right, where this is sustained pressure from media institutions that soften coverage in pursuit of access, contracts, or future ventures, all right, where are the politicians of all the parties who understand that democracy cannot survive when hate is normalized at the top? All right, where is the outrage from the Black churches, from the Black attorneys, from the Black educators? Okay. Scripture warns us plainly. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Okay, that's Proverbs 18:21. Okay. All right. And I normally don't quote the Bible, but that is Proverbs 18:21. All right. In modern America, that tongue includes images, policies, budgets, and omissions. All right. And dehumanization is never just rhetoric. All right. It is rehearsal. All right. History teaches us that once a group is portrayed as less than human, violence rather than economic, psychological, or physical will soon follow. Okay. Jobs are stripped, contracts are canceled, protections are erased, and the public is told this is efficiency, not cruelty. All right. So I leave y'all with this. All right. This is a quote from Dr. John Henrik Clarke, which I also posted on my page as well. With all that being said, okay, Black people don't owe anybody anything but an ass whooping. Period. And that's all I have to say about that. All right. What did y'all think about that when that dropped? Because I know that was literally like 2 days after our show, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it last time. I know I normally end it with my soliloquies, right? But what did y'all think about that when Trump dropped that? No Name, what did you think about that, man?
Release the Epstein files.
There you go.
That's all I gotta say.
Very interesting, because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I ain't see it. I ain't hear nothing about it until Wifey came on and talked about it, and I was like, oh, okay. But I'm gonna say this: I'm not shocked, I'm not surprised, but most importantly, I am not distracted. I'm not distracted.
There we go.
We know what we're dealing with, and I will tell everybody this is important for you to look out for your people and look out for yourself. That's why I said the best project you can work on is yourself, and keep working and building your tape, because outrage cycle is predictable with those people. And my focus is I'm not going to react to somebody who I don't even care what they do anyway, because that's idiots do idiotic things. I say focus on the action, focus on policy, focus on getting out there and vote, focus on participation. I agree with Rock 1,000%. And I want to add that this dehumanization isn't new, because we've already heard what this man done said. Monkey imagery isn't new. The tool been used for centuries to strip rights, to minimize people and voices, and that's what they're going to continue to do. The real question I'm going to ask people in this moment: are you going to react emotionally? Or are you going to organize strategically? If you're offended, we all have the right to be offended. That is okay. Now, I will tell you is take some action. Whether you go vote, whether you show up, whether you study policy, you go run. I don't care what you do. Maybe you want to be the change that gets in office. Build economically, build with your people, because outrage without action is only entertainment. So I don't care what that man does, because he has been there to try to strip everything that our ancestors put together, and I can care less. My job is to make sure we have it to tell the next generation, because we are the elders to keep it forward. How we do that, I'm not going to sit up here like I know people. I don't. I really don't. I'm doing my best to get all the books that I know to get. I'm doing my best to get the materials that I know to have. A lot of the books, it's on the ban list. Everything's going to be on the ban list. But, but I would say get out there and vote. If you don't believe in voting, well, cool. You run for office then. If you don't want to run for office, whatever your little community, how you want to affect the change, go do it. But anybody who is going to be one of the millions of trolls that Rock probably blocked today, I don't care. I hope diarrhea. I hope you go deal with what you got to do, because we got enough shit to deal with. We don't need that. One thing we should all be able to agree on, if we live in this world, is that we want it better for the next generation. And if you're not about that, fuck you.
Well, I think we should leave it on that note. Absolutely. Everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Greatly appreciate it. As always, greatly appreciate you guys. Everybody, please make sure you subscribe. All right, on YouTube. All right, Twitch, Kick, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Follow us on IG. We greatly appreciate it. Y'all got anything y'all want to say before we get up out of here?
I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I appreciate my boys, man, my brothers, man. They moved this around for me, had something come up, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all know what it is. NBA season's back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Luca, if you could play in the All-Star game, since I got that confirmed, you should be playing this week. Because when a 42-year-old man is playing and you're not, I got questions.
I ain't gonna say much. You see what I've been doing all season? I mean, all episode. Drink water and wash your ass.
Not the slap, though.
You understand? Do that and take care of yourself out there.
And on that note, peace and love, everybody.